Hello everyone, this is CJ Novo 982 and today we are back for another episode of the Spfl show. Up to number 7 now, magical number.
My lucky number.
I know. Unfortunately there was no Spfl fixtures to take hold, so we'll focus on Scotland because there's a lot to talk about. As always, I have my two regular hosts. We've got Sharpdiv himself, my favourite.
Me. I can't. The audio has disappeared for me. You're not taking the mic this time. What's happened?
What's happening?
Here we go.
Ryan's having some technical difficulties, problems with Iowa broadband. That is.
Shut up, Ryan.
You're an idiot.
What's happening?
You're a mattress of a boy.
Absolute wanker. No one likes you.
Right. Anyway, what's happening, people? How are we all doing? Hope we're feeling better after the results that Scotland endured.
He's gone.
Oh, he's gone.
This is already the best podcast that we've done.
What a plan, man.
No, thank you.
Gogsy's on his lines right now and just cutting off his electricity, etc. Do you know what I mean?
Gogsy was on last week and now he's like, I want to take his spots. He's just cutting them off. That's it.
Sabotage.
So, a lot like Scotland, we've got a lot of difficulties going on in this episode of the Spfl podcast. Just sort of all up. Oh, here he's back. We're here to ruin it.
Can you hear us?
I still can't hear a thing. I just can't hear. This is a shock. I don't even know what you're saying. This is horrid.
Mate.
Right.
Some people's asking where Gogsy is. Gogsy was invited on as a special guest last week. I'm surprised so many people want him. I feel a bit betrayed, if I'm honest. Very nice. So maybe we'll get him back on the channel. I'm sure he'll be eagerly awaiting just at his computer, div like this. Invite me.
He's probably on Twitter right now, like, boys, I'm ready.
Right, I'm ready. Sub me in. Sub me in. I like it. So Ryan's having a lot of problems, which is just fantastic. So where do you want to start, Div? Do you want to start with the Israel game or do you want to start with Portugal? Where do you want to start first?
We'll start with the Israel game, shall we? Since it was the first match.
Mm-hmm.
Horrible.
See, watching the game, man, this formation we tried to force into play, it was just so bad to watch. Getting beat up Israel, man.
Yeah, he's religiously trying to stick to this 3-5-2, trying to fit Tierney and Robertson in, putting Tierney as a centre half. Don't think he's a centre half. Gets found wanting, which fair enough. That's not his position. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
If it was up to me, I would rather push one of them forward at a left midfield position, probably Robertson, and then have Tierney behind them. Yeah. And try and get that balance on both sides of the pitch if we can. I know that would then mean that Robertson's out of position, but I would rather that the player out of position was further up the park. Do you know what I mean? Rather than being the last man, boom, they could be in.
They could, and they generally just had free rein. We were absolutely. Oh, can you hear us? No.
He's a fucking idiot, man. Oh wow!
What? I hate this guy. Honestly, I can't stand him.
He's just an idiot, isn't he?
I think I'm back, but I think there's a delay. I think I'm back, but I think there's a. What is happening?
Is he saying him twice, or is that the delay? What's going on?
I'm going to join back. Oh my god! I can hear myself. What is happening here? Oh my god! I don't know.
This is what happens when you go live with Ryan.
Oh no! I can't hear you. Turns out it was the stream that I had open. Oh, this is horrendous.
Man. Boy.
Hold on. I'm going to sort this. One more time. I'm trying.
How many times have we done this year?
I don't know. He's getting kicked in the nuts if he does it one more time. Tell you that much.
He's absolutely sacked. Send your applications in, boys.
That's it. We're looking for a replacement on the podcast every Monday, 7 p.m. Let me know in the comment section below because Ryan Monet, he's out. He's out the door. But what we're actually talking about before we were so rudely interrupted by Ryan 118 is Kieran Tierney and Andy Robertson. This continued forcing them into the same starting 11. Yes, they're very good players, but they play the exact same position, and it's centre half. I mean, he wasn't the worst player. Let's be fair, Tierney wasn't the worst player on the park, but I think that's just an example of our troubles that were actually happening for Scott.
Yes, it's working.
For God's sake, man.
I've got it working.
Are you finally here?
I can hear you. We're in time. I'm back.
We're talking about the Israel game right now. We've touched on Robertson and Tierney in that scenario. What do you think of that? What do you think of
the whole Robertson Tierney thing?
Forcing them into the same starting 11.
Well, I mean, if we're talking about the whole game itself, it was just absolute shambolic.
Just like the start of this podcast.
Aye, we could say
pretty much.
That.
We tried to replicate what Scotland done the other night against Israel.
See, the worst part is now that I've had to move my webcam and that now, and I'm not making eye contact with yous, and I'm not seeing yous. I'm just looking into the abyss.
Looking into your webcam?
I'm just looking into the webcam.
Oh, wow, that's so weird.
It's quite user there. I can use her slightly to the left. I can just make you out.
That's so weird.
It is horrendous. I don't like it. It's going to have to do for now. But I know. I mean, if I go on about the whole game itself, it was not pleasant. It wasn't pleasant at all. I'm quite upset with how it's went. But the Robertson and Tierney thing is just a gutter that we've got two really good players that play in the same position. I mean, usually that would be a good problem to have, but for Scotland, it is certainly not a good problem to have. And trying to shuffle them about and getting them playing different roles so that what they're used to just doesn't work for any of the two of them. And seeing Tierney getting shifted into centre half and to right back and all the rest, it's just not working. I don't know what you've already covered on. That's my opinions anyway, but that is generally what is in my mind about that whole scenario. Don't know.
Well, Mark Mitchell's actually fired in saying overlap them, one at left back, one at left mid. That's exactly what Div said first time sort of in the pod. I'd rather do that because I think Andy Robertson's delivery in the box is spectacular. So play him at left mid. He's played left wing back numerous times for Liverpool. So drop him just slightly a bit more forward, and I feel more comfortable because our left mid. Who's our left mid just now? Who's our best left midfield player for Scotland?
It might be Phillips, but he's not really been playing, has he?
And he's like the most inconsistent human being.
And by saying that he is our best left mid just answers a lot of
the question.
That really just does sum it up for us.
Aye, so that's who I'd trust because I think Robertson's a lot better going forward. I think you probably will agree with that, even yourself there, Ryan.
Tierney's probably a better defender.
Exactly.
Both of them are great players, as we know. I'm trying to be unbiased and such, but I would be. But Robertson definitely is a better player, I'd say, going forward, and probably just a better player in general. But to get both of them in the team, they need to figure out something, and that is probably the best option that I could think of because by shifting Tierney over in that back line, it's just no suiting him. It's making him look like
he's scoring no teams a lot, and it's absolutely shooting his confidence to bits.
Yep, exactly. That's one thing.
I'm feeling quite good about that, to be fair.
Well, you should be thinking about.
But then he's sending him away, isn't he? He's sending him back to Celtic, saying we don't want to burn them out. No, you just don't want to have the pickle of putting them in a certain position and stuff like that. He's kicking the ball in his own net and he's feeling down. His confidence is down. And I've seen a good quote in the paper. Surprisingly enough, I was reading a paper. Yep, Daily Star. No,
not again.
I think it was Andy Robertson, and he says that 10 out of the 11 men that started that match are not worthy of starting the next match. And it's quite funny at the fact that the man that was worthy of starting the next match won't. And he's talking about Alan McGregor in that situation. Who made a number of good saves versus Israel, but in the end, you can only do so much when it's just shite upon shite upon shite.
It was literally a shooting gallery. That's what it was, just like a shooting drill. McGregor was making save after save after exposed. It was ridiculous. Special mention to Scott Young, just tipped $4.99 in the chat. Said, "Hi guys, love the stream. Don't get what McLeish is doing with the team selection. Most games, if results don't improve, who would you replace him with?" That's obviously something we're going to turn into just in a couple of minutes' time. It'll be fun to get everyone's opinion in the comments and from you two as well on the old video itself. But it wasn't just Tierney and Robertson. I think every single person in the outfield was just shit.
Oh, there's no denying that.
It was horrific.
They were absolutely horrendous.
Oh man, I was just sitting watching. I was like, I didn't even want to do this.
I mean, how many?
Man, I would just stop.
How many shots in total did we actually get in the game? Was it like two?
I think two, in total, because Israel was just absolutely smashing.
Is that including the penalty?
I think it is including the penalty.
Because that is absolutely stinking.
You're going up, and no disrespect to Israel, as I said in my own video, it's no disrespect to them, but when you're watching a side, and especially, and I don't know about you, but I always just feel like this is the best our Scottish team selection has been in quite a while. You know, we got rid of the likes of Barry Bannon and James McCarthy and
Scott Brown.
McArthur even.
I like McArthur. I think he's a good player.
He can be a decent player, but I mean, like, he's one of the players who's kind of just there and he always does fuck all.
I don't think so, man. Did he not score an absolute rasper against, was it Germany at Hampden in one game?
I don't know, mate.
It was. I think he stepped up, but I know the point you're trying to make. But McArthur,
you know, honest disappointment.
McArthur, I know you watched the stream. I've got your back, mate. I've got your back.
That's right. Just you can give him the support. You can make us look good. No, but like we're going up against a side against Israel, and you're thinking to yourself, right? At least go for it in this game. At least give us something to shout about. And no, there was nothing there. 2 shots. It's embarrassing. It's genuinely humiliating because you know what that gets you for the people down south as well. No disrespect to them either, but the ones who do like to constantly slag us, it's just more fuel for them to have a go at us.
I get tagged in it all the time. I don't know about you, but whenever Scotland lose or get embarrassed, just like these random accounts that didn't follow me, just tag me and I'm like, fucking hell, leave me alone. That's how I feel.
The fact that we're the worst out of all the home nations as well is absolutely embarrassing, considering I think we're the second biggest. We're bigger than Wales, if I'm not wrong, and we're much bigger than Northern Ireland.
And yet we're the worst footballing nation in the UK.
We are the worst. We're absolute worst.
We're by far
one of the worst in Europe.
It's really abysmal to think about. Let's not remind ourselves of that.
I just want to get your opinion on the goalkeeping situation, because obviously we switched at the friendlies. We seem to play Gordon, but the games that matter, we seem to play Shagger. I just wanted to get your opinion on, now that you've seen both performances, do you still stand with McGregor being Scotland's number 1, Ryan? Or how do you see it?
For one, I'm just going to say right now, I'm not going to refer to him as Shagger through any point of this live.
You just did.
Then he just did.
Anyway, I think honestly, as much as I've always liked and always supported Craig Gordon, I don't feel like it's right to question the decision to start McGregor on the games that matters. He is undoubtedly a good keeper, as much as it pains me to say it. And he proved against Israel, it could have been a lot worse. Like Gordon could have also made these saves for all we know, but I mean, you can't take it away from McGregor. He's always been a top goalkeeper. He's been good, through his whole career. He is a top class keeper. So I think to start him in the big games is the right call to make. I think he's a guy that is at the minute for both club and country making saves, having big performances. I don't see why we would swap him out in the competitive games for Gordon. I'd love to see Gordon get back into the team.
I wouldn't.
Competitive. I would like to see him
after that England game, mate. Or can he?
I'd like to see him get his chance, but I mean, I wouldn't drop McGregor. I wouldn't drop what I think it would be quite a stupid call after basically saving us for even more humiliation the other night.
Imagine that. Imagine we got beat like 3-1 or 4-1 off Israel.
It would be difficult to support us any further, wouldn't it?
See if Shagger didn't make the save. Do you think McLeish would still be in charge if he got beat 4 or 5? Because it genuinely could have been about 5. When I was looking
I think that he would still be in charge, because I think that the only reason that they hired McLeish was that he was a cheap option. He was like the third or fourth option. They made it clear that they wanted the Northern Ireland manager O'Neill, but they weren't willing to pay the cash. They weren't willing to match Northern Ireland's offer, which was just ludicrous. Made it clear that he was the man they wanted, and then they go and get a guy that was gagging for a job. Like, all respect to Big Ed and stuff like that, but I just don't think that he was the right managerial appointment at all, and it's just shown.
Sorry to interrupt you, Ryan. I see a lot of support for Steve Clark in the comments, and I've got to say that is a name that keeps coming up and up and up. I mean, that would make sense to me, but I don't know, the way he's on form just now for Kilmarnock and the way he's linked with teams down south, I don't think he would necessarily walk away for that to go to the Scotland job, in my personal opinion. I'd love it. But I didn't see him giving up, because he's getting a reputation just now for what he's doing for Kilmarnock. And if he goes to Scotland, we came with the SFA like and how shite they actually are at developing players and grassroots and all that stuff.
It's like try to polish a third.
Genuinely.
That's what it would be like.
But we keep sacking managers and replacing them. We get all the boys in, but the problem still remains. It's the ends above them. It's
the dinosaurs above them. That's what it is.
Everything just within the whole structure is wrong. It is terrible.
It's dreadful, mate.
Can't do much about it.
We actually have a really good coaching system. We have produced some really good coaches, some really good managers, if not one of the best managers of all time in Sir Alex Ferguson.
If you go back even 6 years ago when Alex Ferguson was still in charge, I'm sure there was a point where 10 managers in the Premier League were Scottish.
I remember that. Moyes, when he was at Everton.
We had Moyes, had Fergie, Steve Clark was down there. They had freaking McLeish was at Birmingham at some point. There was tons of them. They were just floating all over the place.
Malcolm Mackay was at Cardiff.
Lambert. There was all sorts of them. They're floating about everywhere. And no, I don't think that. Is there a Scottish manager in the Premier League anymore? I think Moyes was the last one, unless there's still one to know.
I can't even. I don't think there is actually. That's a
good show.
You just like how things change so fast.
No. And it's the players as well. I don't think the players are getting the chance at the clubs. But anyway, the SFA, they'll play.
I just want to ask you a quick question on Gazza in a minute, Ryan, because obviously you've heard my opinion. Div's made a video on it as well, so he's heard his. But I just want to give a shout out to True Blue. Tips $4.99. He says the whole nation team is a shambles now. Also, we're on our way, Ryan. So that was a wee note for you.
Let's not get into that now.
Right, so something serious then before we actually turn back to normal light, Harry. Obviously, Paul Gascoigne's nomination for the Hall of Fame was withdrawn because of health reasons. It's been confirmed at least one SPFL board member or chairman, whatever you want to call them, sort of said they were going to boycott if Paul Gascoigne was nominated in the Hall of Fame. So I just want to get your opinion. Do you think that Paul Gascoigne should be in the Hall of Fame, Ryan?
Do I think it should be in the Hall of Fame? I think it should be. Yep. I don't see why not. He's a name. I don't get involved too much with this kind of side of football, especially on YouTube. I don't. There's like I said, when I first heard it, I heard on the Super Scoreboard. I feel like you're looking at a guy here though who in the late 90s was one of the biggest names in Scottish football and helped create a brand for Scottish football. He's why he's up there with the likes of Henrik Larsson and all these big players who played for Laudrup and Hartson and something. He's why they names, and he really helped bring Scottish football more. Don't lie, you lovely lot. He really helped build the name of Scottish football, and he was massive for Rangers rivalry aside, and a fantastic player. Full stop. And to have this whole boycotting situation, I do feel, and I'm going to be honest here, CJ, I have not seen your opinions on it. I didn't watch the video.
You didn't want to me. It's very vicious.
I didn't watch the video, and I'm not too familiar with your own view on it, Div. So whatever I say here is, it could be. I don't know how you're going to feel about it, but I don't feel like it should have been retracted for the Hall of Fame. I feel like it's ridiculous this happened. This is a guy that helped the game up,
transcend the game, yeah.
And to put it down to all this mental health stuff and then take him out on what was World Mental Health Day.
Yeah, the day after. Absolutely embarrassing.
It was really poor, bad taste. I don't, as much as Celtic fans and even myself may have opinions of players and stuff like that, I still feel like, putting rivalry aside, he's a guy who deserves to be in the Hall of Fame for his footballing career.
Exactly. And it's the Football Hall of Fame.
It's a Football Hall of Fame.
It's nothing to do with the park. It's nothing to do with all that stuff. And if we were to start making it about off park, there's players that are already in the Hall of Fame that you could question on those grounds. And then I've seen another argument, he never played in Scotland for long enough. There's actually a player within the Scottish Hall of Fame that never played a minute in Scotland. Do you know what I mean? So
2.5 years is still.
First season he came up, he won absolutely everything.
That's what I was going to say.
19 goals.
Hat trick. He won Player of the Year, Writer's Player of the Year, Hingy's Player of the Year. He won like 4 different in his first season.
Yeah,
everything he could get as a player, he took it in his first year.
And Scottish football loved the fact that he was here, as in like the governing bodies, because he was one of the biggest names in world football. And there we go. That's what it comes down to. It comes down to money. That's what it comes down to, man. And it's absolutely embarrassing. It's shambolic. They should be ashamed of themselves. They absolutely should be.
I feel like the whole boycotting thing is really kind of childish.
It was the Alloa chairman. Who gives a fuck about Alloa chairman? You know what I mean? Sorry, I'm not being funny here, but fuck you.
Yeah,
I don't get what I mean.
Yeah, it's true.
I want to know what Gazza done to him.
Probably fucking scored 7 goals against Celtic or something.
I was like,
I was absolutely disgusted. We've obviously spoken about that a lot, and I was worried about Gazza's reaction. I know Vinnie Jones called in. He was quite worried about what because Gazza's very reactionary. He's an emotional guy. He's obviously got a lot of demons. But to be fair, it took 4 or 5 days. Apparently, he's got a good support system around him, and he's made sort of fun of it. He says he's in the only Hall of Fame that matters, which is obviously Rangers, and he says no hard feelings, Scotland, and he showed the goal where he dinked over Colin Hendricks. That's good to see his reaction and seeing that he's not obviously relapsed or anything like that, because that could have absolutely crushed the guy. So to put a nail on it, I think the 3 of us stand here, obviously me and Div support Rangers, but Ryan supports Celtic, that the guy deserves to be in the Hall of Fame because it's a football Hall of Fame, and the guy just won absolutely everything when he was here. First season alone is just, that is a Hall of Fame season. You know what I mean? You look at it, there was nobody else that could anywhere near him. So yeah, they were all right to use Gazza to sell everything right when he was here and get all the league money up and everything when he was here. Now they just want to slap him when he's doing so. Disgusting.
Yeah, that's typical, but not.
What do you think about the petition that was set up by fans? I think it's called was it 12,000 votes or something like that?
I didn't know there was a petition.
I want the SFA to turn around and go, we're sorry, Gazza, and then Gazza just to say, get to, honestly. Yeah. Like, I don't want to be in your Hall of Fame. Away you go. Stop trying to play the PR stunt here and getting me back inside and getting everybody back inside. And it's coming in the wake of getting pumped off Israel. It's coming in the wake of trying to stage 4 of the biggest teams in Scotland in the same day in the same stadium. Yeah. This is just an absolute farce. Who's running the game? Who's making these decisions? It's honestly worrying.
It's so many questions. There's so many questions that we're just not going to get the answer to. Is it? It's just a shambolic structure.
Communication is shit as well.
We never get nothing for them. 2 years ago, like when I was first into YouTube, I made a video about the TV money, and I went through every country and like Denmark and everything. I know I've spoken about this a couple of times, but Denmark's got more TV money than us. Do you know what I mean? Like,
it's mad.
We've obviously got Rangers and Celtic, which is 2 of the biggest supporting clubs
in world football.
World.
One of the biggest rivalries in the world.
I'd consider it to be the biggest, but
definitely the biggest in the UK.
How they kind of negotiate good money for us, how they fucking somehow think it's fine to play 4 rival teams in the same stadium for a semi-final on the same day. This is just in recent months. Do you know what I mean?
And this isn't like the last fucking fortnight.
I know. How long has this been going on?
And the problems have just been adding up for years. There's always something. There's always something to pin on it at the SFA. And sometimes it might be unrightfully done. Maybe we just look at it for a cheap excuse. But the majority of the time you're sitting down and there is only one way to point, and that's at them. And it's been happening for years now. And no wonder we have to shout and cry at them, because it's their decision making, their communication, everything.
It's happening more regularly now. It's happening on like a weekly basis. How bad is it going to get? It's disrespect. It's incompetence. What is it all about? Or is it corrupt? Like, what is going on? Honestly?
I think they only care about money, or I don't even care, but like their decisions is absolutely shocking. I've got I said this in my video yesterday or the day before when I said, if you didn't do your job when you're working, right? If you didn't do your job, Brian, and you're incompetent, you keep failing over and over, and you didn't achieve whatever you want to do for years and years and years, how are you not getting fired or replaced? Like, how are you able to just continue to earn loads and loads of money for doing absolute none? If you're doing bad at your job, surely you get replaced.
Because they're all mates in the SFA. I don't know if you know that, but they're all mates. Your mate gets a job. It doesn't matter really about your qualification. Doesn't matter how good you are. Your mates get the job, and that's why there needs to be a complete refurb in the SFA.
I'd get rid of every one of them.
Oh, if it was a possibility, a realistic option, I think that would be what everybody would want to see. But is it going to happen? Probably not.
They just see us as a paycheck. Do you know what I mean? That's what it is.
Exactly.
Like, they earn a lot of money.
How many avenues could we get down here to just say how wrong they are? The amount of money that they try and charge fans for friendly matches, they're getting like 20k versus Portugal, one of the top dogs in Europe.
Yep.
It's embarrassing, and you're getting pumped to add to that. The fixtures that they've gave the new manager hasn't done him any favours either.
Absolutely.
A South American tour versus Mexico. You know what I mean? And who was the other one? Peru. Belgium, Portugal. The Israel result's disgusting. Like, there's no taking away from that. But some of the other games, it's like,
I know you're thinking
you want to perform better, but you're still getting pumped.
Surely you want to. I'm not saying line us up against opposition that are easy to beat, but you surely want to line us up against people we can propose a realistic challenge to and actually get the confidence of the team up, rather than going up against Portugal and Mexico and suffering defeat after defeat after defeat, which gives us no momentum, no motivation heading into these competitive games. It's just.
The only reason they pick big teams is so they could charge 35 quid more people to turn up. They would have made a lot of money for that, and they can use the excuse like the manager's already come out. He's starting to do the same pitch. Oh, it was a good performance. How many times have you seen us get hammered by big teams or get beat? And it was a good performance. It's something to build on in the future. We've shown the signs. Blah blah blah. They didn't want to play teams the same level as, because then it will show how bad that we actually truly are. They want to play big teams so we get hammered and say we tried our best. We were unlucky. That's all they want to do.
Poor Scotland. You know what I mean?
That's what it is. It's glorious failure. They're trying to just suck each other off, basically, and just and just charge the fans. And we basically pay their wages with all these crazy prices, and they're just taking absolute piss of us. Absolute piss.
I would actually like to go to like Scotland games and stuff. Right now, I've got a very, very bad taste in my mouth towards the Scottish FA due to the way they treated Gazza.
That's why
before that, even through the booing of Rangers players, I've always said in the 90s, there was fans in there booing Celtic players that turned up because Rangers were dominating kind of thing. So that, although it annoys me severely, you should not be booing any player. If I don't like Griffiths playing, I just don't make a sound. Do you know what I mean?
That's exactly it. I'm not going to go there and shout lumps at Ryan Jack somehow getting a start on her. So
somehow getting that. Oh, shut up! Graham Shinnie was on the park. Hendry was on the park. What is Hendry doing for the third goal? Have we even touched on the Portugal game yet? I don't think we've even.
No, we're about to transfer. That's literally what we're going to next, mate. And there's a lot to talk about. My notes for this bad boy is quite massive, if I'm honest. Can we talk about Jack Hendry first? You didn't mind, because obviously with the 5-1-1-8, he is a avid Jack Hendry fan, isn't he?
Loves him.
Posting him a lot right there.
So obviously, that's Rangers fans. So we didn't obviously see a lot of Celtic games or anything like that. Like, I'm quite close. I listen to you. You tell me like who's playing well, who should I look out for. But you've been slaughtering this guy for ages, and even in my back of my head, I was like, this guy can't be that bad if he's continuing to get called up. And holy God, he's just shit, isn't he?
Oh, like, he's certainly one of the worst centre halves that I have. And I hate going on slaughtering players in my own team, but he is genuinely just atrocious. Now, I don't know how he's getting selected for Scotland.
Because he plays for Celtic, that's the only reason.
Fair enough. That is pretty much it. But
I'd rather have Bates in.
Surely Alec McCutcheon's got to sit down and go, if he's not good enough to play at domestic level for Celtic, which he's clearly not, he's had one good game in his entire Celtic career and system, and that was 2 weeks ago against Aberdeen. First time he ever started a game in Celtic got a win. Interesting statistic for you there. First ever time Jack Hendry started and Celtic won the match. So that number one. Can't always just blame that to him, but it's just an interesting stat. That was his only good performance in a Celtic shirt for me, and understandably maybe that's why he was given a nod for Scotland here. But one good performance out of the last year he's been at Celtic, where he has proven time and time again he is not even good enough to play for us at a domestic level. It still just baffles me how he gets out of this Scotland squad, and it really he answers everybody's questions on how he's so shite every time he graces the park, it seems, and he's done the same for Scotland.
He reminds me of George Stones, but he's not good in the ball, and he's bad at defending.
Just that is what he's I think like. A lot of people seem to have this opinion that Jack Hendry is purely in the Celtic squad just to attract more females to Celtic. Believable, believable at this point. But
I can believe that, man. Honestly,
he's quite something. I don't know what it's going to take to get him to learn how to play football, but it's going to be quite a bit.
Yeah, I mean, he's a young player and he's going through a hell of a lot. I remember when he played right back versus Rangers when he beat 3-2, I believe. Everybody was raving about him coming for Dundee. Neil McCann's absolutely done his over in that one, hasn't he? And he is the mastermind, and he's even started the season poorly. He's done it on purpose.
I can't imagine that the pressure that Jack Hendry must feel off of Celtic fans helps him whatsoever. But he does himself no favours, and it's difficult to that. And I like to rally behind players, especially when they're not playing that well, and you want to see them turn the leaf, and you want to see them give us a good performance. But it's so difficult because he does so much wrong, and he just doesn't look like a Celtic player. Certainly, never mind a Scotland player. So that's just
it's absolutely mental.
That's crazy. We shouted to Fiona Valentine, chips for 79 pence, and she said 79 pence for a shag. I'm off that these days. I've retired.
I 49 quid there. I was like, whoa.
I get 70. That's how little they think of me. So I've retired. Anything. Sure, Ryan. So if there anyone else that we want to actually talk about, because the Scotland versus Portugal game, the substitutions was quite weird as well. I thought bringing on Shinnie didn't really seem to add much. I know Gary Mackay-Steven was directly involved in the goal, but at that point, Portugal was sort of just gave up, haven't they? Like they were just done. So that was an interesting one. And who was the third? It was McDonald. Like, how uninspiring is these substitutions that we've actually got?
It's absolutely. Oh, wow. Could it get any worse, you're thinking? And then it just does. That's what I would say for that.
I mean, you look at the start of 11 and you're like, right, we must have Sahan on the bench. And then you saw Scott Shinnie come on, you're just like,
there's one thing that annoys me is just how far the Stuart Armstrong's fall. I don't know what your opinion is on Armstrong now, but it's quite sad.
Is that the boy you play for Celtic?
Aye.
The unit fucking ruined their entire chances versus England.
Aye, right. Let's take that away. But he
passed it and he passed to Danny Rose.
I hated him as well. Don't worry, I hated him. But I don't think you can deny in this scenario that we had a very promising looking player in Stuart Armstrong at times. He came on for his debut for Scotland. The Gordon Strachan even labelled it the most exciting Scotland debut he's ever seen. Which, to be honest, probably isn't a hard fucking crown to claim.
Yeah.
But, you know, he was a player who looked very promising for Scotland and for the future. I think, right, there we go. We've got a playmaker. We've got somebody. And now he's went to Southampton and he's played 60 minutes all season. Combined.
That's what happens with Scottish boys, man. How many times have we seen it? Like, they play well up here, they go down south, and then their career just dies. It's bad.
And that's one thing that's just taken away from our whole national setup and stopping us from progressing. That whole fucking circle of life with players who decide to take the move to these below par English sides.
I mean, he sees it as progressing his career, obviously, but his confidence is low. It'll be as low as it ever has been. He's probably struggling to fit in, etc. down there, learn the language. So, and plus, that's another one for me. Like, why is he playing for Scotland when he's played 60 minutes all season?
Exactly.
I would rather play Shinny.
It's just one of the things where I think McLeish has definitely sat down and went, "Oh, we know what he's capable of." But like we've seen what he can do at Celtic. But I mean, still, I think judging off the 60 minutes that he's had at Southampton, you've got to give other guys a chance. The guys who are fresh, the guys who have got momentum in their systems to go out and have a good performance. And Stuart Armstrong has completely lost all that for now because I just don't feel like he's going to struggle to recover it back. We've seen when at Celtic he had points where he struggled for form last season, especially there was runs he was in. He just kept getting injured. He came back and looked great. And it took him a while to dig himself out of that hole, and somehow we still got 7 million. I was still shocked at that after the last season. I got £7 million. So I mean, if he was struggling to get out of that hole at Celtic, at Southampton, it could be even worse, and we could be looking at losing.
He'll be back up soon. He'll be Aberdeen 2 years.
I wouldn't be surprised. I wouldn't be surprised if he ended up back at Celtic if we could land him for a cheap fee. I really wouldn't be surprised whatsoever.
I need to give Jordan Smith a shout out to 79 pence, and that seems to be the number. Can we all just stop? We all know what it means. No. Okay, I said no. Stop it.
I'm not up for grabs.
So, yeah, the thing about Stuart Armstrong, what you were just talking about there about boys not earning their minutes, we're doing the same mistakes as the England squad have done for the last 3 or 4 tournaments before Gareth Southgate came in, because they complained about that. Jack Wilshere was injured for a year and a half. They'd make it in a team, but they kept making the mistakes. They're picking people based on their reputation rather than people on form, and we just seem to be falling into the exact same thing. I'd rather pick boys under 24 that's playing week in and week out. I'd rather just give them a go, because picking the dinosaurs, picking the big name players that failed us since 1998. So why do we continue to do it? I don't understand.
Players that are full of confidence, players that are going to come up and add something to the dressing room and are actually playing and match fit.
Boys that's fully absolutely buzzing on form. I mean, I don't know if
and players that actually want to play for Scotland as well.
Yeah.
See some of them, they're pulling out squads, they're dropping like flies, they're away back down south. It's usually the players down south, innit?
You can see it on their body language and just the way they
I hate it. I absolutely hate it, man.
Tell who can he be arsed. You can look at them and go, he wants to be sitting.
And can you blame them at this point now?
I know. Yeah, that's honestly one of the questions I was going to say. That like
fans are feeling it, so the players must be.
Because the players are not getting the support at the end of the day. They must walk out the tunnel and see that attendance, 20,000 people in Hampden, which is a 50,000 seater venue, and think to themselves, fucking hell.
What's the point?
What is the point? That's what it must be.
I mean, the players have already spoke, like Scott Brown obviously spoke a couple of months ago, where he says none of the players want to play at Hampden anymore. The SFA made that decision, even though they heard all the players said, no, there's no atmosphere, we didn't want to play there. The SFA once again decides, nah, let's forget what the players want, let's just make as much money as we can. And they just continue to make the same mistakes. I'm Miff, tipped 79 pence, and I'm not liking this at all.
There's another one as well, Lee Hamilton, 79 pence.
Keep them coming, boys. That gets my commission up.
that pays Div's fee.
I'm yet to receive any commission.
That gets me my dinners. Oh shit. Was I supposed to mention that on the stream?
No. I just went out. Where it to? Right, don't worry about it. So we've kind of talked about the disaster in Scotland versus Portugal. We spoke about Israel. We spoke about some of the players. We spoke about the team selection and the way they continue to fail us by picking players on name rather than performances. Do you want to talk about the managers now? And let's have a wee quick run up to who you'd actually pick. Because obviously Big X's not going to get it done. The SFA didn't want Big X. They wanted O'Neill. Then they wanted Smith. And then they were like scrounging about. They didn't want Malky Mackay because of his off-the-field baggage.
But he's allowed to be a director.
Yeah, even though he's allowed to do all that. Yeah, that's weird, isn't it? But then he felt like McLeish because he was the only one that was there and they needed to appoint someone. So who, if it was up to you, would take over this Scotland squad? It doesn't necessarily need to be Scottish, but who, in your opinion, would take over? We'll start with Ryan, 118.
I think the obvious answer, and I'm not going to say him as my actual answer, the obvious answer,
Stephen
I think...
Gerrard. Oh, I knew you were going to go that.
I was actually going to say Stephen Clark. But, that's the obvious answer, but look, the one I'm going to say is never going to happen. It's never going to happen. There's too much problems with the SFA in the past and such. It's just not going to happen. But I would love to see Neil Lennon get it. I would love to see Neil Lennon take Scotland. Yep, certainly. I'd love to see Neil Lennon.
Going to go like right out the ballpark and
no,
say
no,
no. That's
right.
unavoidable.
But if I had the choice,
Neil Lennon,
they're looking at fucking the Lucien Favre's, a Junkin Klops and Junkin Klops and all this.
Jurgen, Jurgen, he's a good one.
Honestly, look, if we're going for somebody who, like, I think it's never going to happen because of the problems he's had with his disciplinary record and just this sort of deciding that. But if there's anybody who's slightly realistic that I'd like to see, it's him, because he plays exciting football. I feel like he would make the right team choices. I feel like he's actually got balls. Like, he wouldn't just bow down to the same fucking mistakes that managers have been for the last God knows how long. I feel like he would pick a team that has an actual chance of doing something. And it's just, we're not sticking to this same wee thin bracket of Scottish managers who are going to perhaps offer nothing at all. And I can see Div sitting with his head in his hands.
Aye, mate, I'm just going to take that idea and throw it right in the garbage.
I know on this channel it's not going to
chance that I want Neil Lennon. No even duty, anything. Just the fact that I don't think that he's...
Put your bias aside.
Put my bias. What's he done?
Well, for starters, he's won three Scottish Premiership titles.
They can't really speak over each other. They're not going to be able to hear you because the way it
exactly. Right, Ryan, you just spoke for about 19 minutes. Let me have a wee word, right? So, in my opinion, I think that what he done for Celtic was tainted. He then went to England, failed miserably. Came back up. In fairness to him, he's done an alright job with Hibs. Does that warrant the Scotland job over Steve Clarke? Absolutely not.
No, over Steve Clarke, but I wanted to be okay. Now, if I was to pick, as I said at the start of what I was saying, Steve Clarke's the obvious answer, but I kind of wanted to go out the.
You wanted to do Sutton? Is that what you wanted to do?
I wanted to be.
The Katie Hopkins of
why
YouTube.
Would I not want to be Chris Sutton? Why would I not want to be Chris Sutton?
Because he's a knob.
Can I just say that, right? See about Neil Lennon, I think. Obviously, I'm not going to back him to be the Scotland manager. To be fair to him, though, he came up for the championship with Hibs with very little budget, very little transfer fee, a bit of outcast, and he got them to finish in the top three. That is a great achievement, fair enough, but there's no way you can be the Scotland manager. That would just.
I don't even agree with that, CJ boy.
I think
come on, man, he came up for the championship.
Come on. In response,
but he came up for the championship with a limited budget, a budget that was bigger than any of the other championship teams.
But in response,
but I'm talking about in the Premier League. They came
fair enough, but he still had a better budget when he came up with that team than most of the other teams.
But look what happened to us. We couldn't finish.
Yeah, we finished fourth or something, third.
Yeah. So it's just showing it's a still pretty decent job, but there's no way I'd allow him anywhere near Scotland because he's too volatile. You know what I mean? He'd just freak out. Put
my hand up.
Why are we still talking about this?
I wanted to respond.
Let's talk about actual valid guys like Steve Clarke.
Ronnie Dyler, there's a shout in the chat. Why not Ronnie Dyler? Anyway, no, look, I know what you're sort of saying.
I'd rather back Ronnie, to be honest.
What he done with Celtic was tainted and such. At the end of the day, he beat what was in front of him. He done well in the Champions League.
I'm not giving you none for
the Celtic well in the Champions League. I think you'll find we beat fucking Barcelona, which is something that always done.
I think he's got a DVD about it.
And the whole thing about what he done in England, look, he took charge at a club which is in a horrid state, which has been in a horrid state for a long time. I don't think it's easy for any guy to go down to England and take charge of Bolton Wanderers at the state they were in and do anything at all with him. So I put that aside him. He's came up with Hibs and he's proven to be, and he plays good football. So I don't care. I'm going with Neil Lennon. Get it right round,
right. Well, he's got Dev. Go and save the life.
I hope that your next shite is a fucking hedgehog. Honestly.
Now I hear your answer. You just got to say Stevie Clarke. You got to be boring.
Well, you heard that, Steve Clarke.
No,
in an unobtainable world, they'll take Pep Guardiola. Steve Clarke. Steve Clarke is a manager who done excellent. Steve Clarke is a manager that done excellent at West Brom, suffered second season syndrome, and has revitalised his career. He's came up to a very, very bad Kilmarnock team. He's transferred them. He's turned them into a top 6 team, possibly maybe a top 5 team this season. We'll see where it takes him. They're flying. Do you know what I mean? He's developing great players like Jordan Jones, Brophy, the Wolf. He's also been involved in great setups and great coaching roles behind Jose Mourinho. Steve Clarke's a man.
I do agree with you. If I was to pick if I was to pick a number one choice, it would be Stevie Clarke. It would be, no doubt about it.
You just want it to be controversial and just fire it nail it.
Interesting, an option that not many people would probably put forward for maybe the right reasons, but I just feel like Neil Lennon would be a good option.
Well, I'm going to break. Obviously, it's going to be Steve Clark. Like, let's just be fair. But again, as I said earlier on the stream, I didn't see him giving up the momentum he's on right now, like the reputation that he's building week after week after week at Kilmarnock. He's going to go down south. Let's be fair. I don't think he'll finish the season at Kilmarnock. I think he'll be either at a Premiership team or a high Championship team. Like, I was surprised he's not been linked with the Villa job.
I know.
That was a massive surprise for me because
you know, consider the whole situation that Aston Villa and West Brom are derby clubs, and he managed West Brom. And
they probably wear half scarves and sit beside each other.
Exactly. Let's be honest, but you know, it's a whole community thing. Like,
exactly. That was brilliant.
Exactly, man. I need ball.
Pedro Caixinha's a good shout, and
to be fair, you never hear about him anywhere because Ken White, because they're top of the league and he's playing well.
Because he's flying. He was touted to be the next Mexico manager, apparently.
Pedro, there we go.
So I'd go Stevie Clark. I can understand like some of the reasons, but I wouldn't trust Neil Lennon in that job because he'd probably just try and get Efe Ambrose up called up or something. I reckon what he would do.
We've also got somebody in the comments saying Archie Gemmell, who's the 21s manager, and it's
that's a great shout. That's like the Gareth Southgate
appointment. Aye, that could be a modern kind of cool appointment.
You need to get your
XXX rat RWSEXX.
We didn't get we didn't get a shout out to Pingu for 79p.
Oh, Pingu! Come on, son. We're not going there. Sorry. My stream crashes because when too many people type at once, it just goes.
Aye.
For me, so Graham Murray. I've seen that. See, whenever I refresh and I see Graham Murray, that's why I didn't read the chat. You know what I mean? Like it takes me ages to refresh it, and I'm like, okay, right. So I'd go with Gemmell. I think that's a great shot. That's a lot like what England done with Gareth Southgate. Get someone that knows the youth players and that can naturally bring them in. I mean, it's decent. What about how's Jack Ross doing at Sunderland?
How is it in Sunderland? That was a very good question.
I think Sunderland are up like close to the top of the league.
Yeah,
I'm gonna Google it as we speak.
Sunderland are an absolute shit show.
Considering what he's dealing with off the field, I like him.
He's only lost once this season.
That's decent. I also like Neil, who was the old Norwich manager.
If we were going to say Neil Lennon now.
Oh, Alex Neil.
Aye.
Alex Neil was a big tough son of a bitch.
Alex Neil was quite. I was quite saddened for the guy when he was sacked for Norwich. Trifle had done really well, moving from a club like Hamilton to Norwich, being in the Premier League, done quite well initially, and then
maybe Preston, and he actually was finishing that above Norwich, I believe. So
yeah.
So maybe my like wild card, if you want to do a wee wild card one like Ryan done. Sorry, I'd go with Ross. Believe in the youngster because I think he's done tremendously well at St Mirren, and now he's steadying the unsteadyable ship of Sunderland. Like, how do you steady that? Like a team that's just been going like this, like off the field. He's managed to. Well, did you say they only lost once?
Yep, only lost once. I mean, granted, they've had 5 draws, 6 wins, 5 draws, and a loss. But I mean,
you drew your well. Like, drawing's just undefeated, isn't it?
Nah.
Undefeated, so.
I just got a message with Gogsy. Apparently, he's been, like, timed out of the chat. Somebody's, it says, you have been placed in timeout by the owner of this video or a moderator.
Good job.
Odds, behave yourself.
Good work.
Odds, come on.
I love these.
So, Craig Kelly says CJ for the Scotland job. I mean, there'd be a lot of cuts. I tell you, Barry Mackay would be back in day one. He'd be there. He'd be captain. I'd have him taking everything. I'd take him throw-ins, kick-ins, goal kicks. He'd be on all. Brilliant. So that's us, Kenny. We're all kind of done. We've spoke about. I just love that someone's banned Gogsy. That's amazing. Who was it?
Aye, reveal yourself.
Whoever's banned Gogsy, well done, everyone. So
I also seen the clip of Gogsy on Jack's Twitter.
Wow. In the YMCA.
Oh no! Was it the way?
Gogsy was like steaming for about 10:30. He was.
Do you want to tell this anecdote, Steve? Like tell him all the stuff we got him today, just to end the video off. So what we've done.
Right, so I get to the party, right? I get to Jack's 21st. CJ hasn't arrived at this point, right? And Callum, C-Skill HD, and Gogsy, there you go. They're already out of the game. Callum's literally shouting, and he's speaking in Russian, and he's like sleating and stuff like that. And then Gogsy's like just eating. Gogsy turned up with a fucking box of stock with his ma's banana bread in it. 24.
Oh, you're joking.
His mum made his banana bread.
He's sitting scoffing that, right? And I'm thinking, right, he's at the game, and then he has a sip of this, a Copperberg, and he's up again. He's doing your YMCA, man. He's bouncing about. He's buzzing. He ends up in the tune in the garage, pulling.
That's a video. Was it the garage? Is it?
Well, I wasn't there. We weren't there, but Callum somehow managed to get there with Gogsy. And
there's a fun little story about Gogsy. Let's just say I've got a lot of clips of Gogsy pish dancing that I will save for the next Rangers versus Motherwell game. So stay tuned. It's going to be amazing.
You have some nice clickbait.
Yeah. Oh man, you've got I'm going to just ruin it.
Mate, honestly, the amount of videos. Oh wow.
Oh Jesus. Right, Scott Young also chipped in 199. Soz Gogsy, that was me.
Yeah. Who was it?
Scott Young. Well done, Scott.
Scott Young. Top man.
So that's us going to be all done and dusted for this week. Is there anything else you want to say or ask or do what we want towards the end of this video? Dev, you look like you've got mischief in your eyes. What's going on there?
Oh, I'm just laughing. It's funny. The whole Gogsy situation keeps messaging me like saying I'm loving this and that.
All right, okay. So is there anything else you want to talk about, Dev?
No, I think we've covered everything. Scotland are shite. SFA are shambles. Yeah, Ryan Monet's an amateur.
I think that's it.
Ryan, can you hear me? I can hear you.
Can you hear me now?
I can hear you now. Aye.
Ryan?
Oh, don't start
this.
Hello. I'm not having this.
Ryan!
Oh, don't start this. Do
not 3 rings. Let me know you're home all right. Come on.
That's it, mate. That's it.
So let's end it there then. That's been a lot of fun. Thank you for over 330 odd people that's been watching the entire stream. We greatly appreciate that, especially considering it's the SPFL show without any SPFL. Thank you so much for that. If you want to find these people on the internet, you know what to do by now. Ryan118, where can they find you?
At Ryan118 on YouTube and on Twitter at Ryan Stephen F.
Right. What's your email address?
Every week you're going to ask and I'm never going to get the answer. Don't worry.
It's amazing. One day it will tell us. When we get to 22k. Sharpdiv.
YouTube.com/sharpdiv.
Sharpdiv. And obviously, I've been Siege over 92. Thank you so much for watching and bye.